Welcome to Comparative VPN YouTube channel. Today's video will be a full in-depth NordVPN versus ProtonVPN comparison that will help you decide which of the two VPNs you should buy according to your needs. NordVPN and ProtonVPN are two very popular VPNs, each in their own segment. While NordVPN along with ExpressVPN leads the premium segment, ProtonVPN is more popular as a free option with unlimited bandwidth. Needless to say, we're talking about two very good VPNs overall, but to make this comparison fair, we decided to actually pay for a subscription on ProtonVPN. This makes our NordVPN versus ProtonVPN comparison completely fair, as now we are judging two paid VPNs in a head-to-head battle. Today, we're going to compare pretty much every factor of a VPN service, ranging from app support, speeds and streaming capabilities, all the way to customer support and pricing to determine which is a better VPN for the money. I won't waste your time too much, because I know that many of you hate long introductions. I just need one more favor from you. Please, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to stay notified whenever we publish a new useful video like this one. Let's start this NordVPN versus ProtonVPN comparison by talking about applications and of course ease of use. Both of these VPNs actually look very similar. On the left side of both apps we have the server list, and on the right there's this huge world map that looks a tiny bit better in NordVPN. Once again, in both VPNs there are dedicated servers right above the server list. In NordVPN we have Onion over VPN and P2P servers for browsing the dark web and downloading torrents safely respectively. In ProtonVPN, there are secure core servers, and these are your multi-hop servers for routing your traffic through three different locations. There's this net shield feature that acts as an ad blocker, and the ability to enable or disable kill switch directly from the home screen. Connecting to the server of your choice is easy with both VPNs. In NordVPN, you just click once on the location you want, and in ProtonVPN, you click on the connect button next to the location you desire. Now, in terms of app support, NordVPN supports literally every platform ranging from Windows, iOS, macOS, Linux and Android, all the way to gaming consoles, routers, smart TVs, Fire Stick TV and many other platforms. ProtonVPN, as you can see, gives you applications for just 7 platforms. Routers, gaming consoles and Fire Stick TV aren't on the list, which is a disadvantage in this comparison. What is advantage of ProtonVPN is that it allows for up to 10 simultaneous connections, while NordVPN allows for 6. So, in this part of the comparison, it's hard to tell which is a better VPN. Both VPNs are equally easy to use, and while NordVPN supports more devices, ProtonVPN offers significantly more simultaneous connections. That being said, this round ends up in a draw, making the score 1-1. When it comes to security, both NordVPN and ProtonVPN won't disappoint you. However, there are a few differences between the two VPN providers that make one better over the other. Stick with me through this part of the NordVPN versus ProtonVPN comparison to find out which one. Let me start off with NordVPN. This VPN has all the standard features like military-grade encryption, IP and DNS leak protection, split tunneling, an automatic kill switch and several types of servers. I like obfuscated servers for bypassing censorship in China, for example, as well as Onion over VPN servers I mentioned that allow you to browse the dark web in complete anonymity. Moreover, there's an ad blocker called CyberSec that works well in blocking ads and pop-ups on particular websites. NordVPN's kill switch is what I also like, as you can use it on the app and the system level for further customization. Also, NordVPN has a proprietary NordLynx VPN protocol. It's based on WireGuard and promises a lot faster speeds and stronger security, which is definitely a huge plus. I won't repeat myself too much when talking about ProtonVPN. There are, generally speaking, similar features in ProtonVPN, and they include military-grade encryption, DNS/IP leak protection, a kill switch, and split tunneling. However, if we talk about the server types, ProtonVPN does things a bit differently. These secure core servers allow you to route your traffic through multiple VPN servers, making your online activities untraceable by your internet service provider. ProtonVPN also has dedicated Onion over VPN servers in certain locations, and P2P servers are here as well, but only in the paid and not the free version. And this net shield features functions the same as CyberSec in NordVPN, albeit it won't block as very efficiently when compared to CyberSec. In the settings menu, ProtonVPN offers even WireGuard VPN protocol, which is not better than NordLynx, as NordLynx effectively fixes all the issues with WireGuard that have to do with anonymity. Also, this alternative routing feature should allow you to bypass censorship in China, for example, but our Chinese friends abroad told us that it's no good. Now, I need to talk about privacy policies of these two VPNs, and I won't talk too much about them because both of them are no-logs policies. Both VPNs are based in privacy-friendly jurisdictions, Panama for NordVPN and Switzerland for ProtonVPN. Both VPNs also store only minimal logs, like your email address and payment data, which cannot be traced back to you, as the info is deleted when you delete your account. One thing makes NordVPN better here, and it's a security audit from one of the biggest VPN auditors, PricewaterhouseCoopers. ProtonVPN recently got an external audit from this company SEC Consult, which, no offense, is no match for PricewaterhouseCoopers that also stands behind ExpressVPN's security and no logging practices. So yeah, both VPNs are very secure and they offer a huge array of security features, but in this round, NordVPN comes out as a winner thanks to an external audit from PricewaterhouseCoopers, a more reliable ad blocker, and a NordLynx protocol that works better than WireGuard and OpenVPN in ProtonVPN. Moving on with the NordVPN versus ProtonVPN comparison, we must perform a streaming test to determine which VPN is a better choice for unblocking geo-restricted streaming platforms. For this test, I will use Netflix US and BBC iPlayer. Since I'm not from the US, as you can hear, I searched for the movie Batman the Killing Joke on Netflix, which is available exclusively in the United States, and as you can see, I cannot find it. If I move on to BBC iPlayer and try to watch anything, for example this show, I will also get a geo-restriction message because I'm not located in the UK, hence I can't watch anything on BBC iPlayer. Let's try to unblock Netflix US first by using NordVPN. And with the connection to the US server established, let's refresh the page. And after refreshing the page, as you can see, the movie is right here, which means that Netflix US works. However, let's try to watch it now. And as expected, the movie really works, but I must blur the footage to prevent any copyright issues. I'm now disconnected from the US server and I will connect to a server in the United Kingdom. After which I will refresh the page on BBC iPlayer and see if I can watch the show. After refreshing the page, we can see that geo-restriction message is not here anymore, so let's click on play and see if I can watch the show. Of course, the show works, but as I said earlier, I must blur the footage to prevent any copyright issues. Let's repeat the same process with ProtonVPN. I'm back to my real IP address and to unblock Netflix US, I will connect to the server in the United States. After which, once again, I will refresh the page on Netflix. After refreshing the page, as you can see, Batman the Killing Joke is right here, which once again means that Netflix US works. But let's try to watch the movie. And once again, the movie really works, but I'm blurring the footage to prevent any copyright issues. I already went back to BBC iPlayer and I tried to watch the same show. As you can see, it doesn't work. So I'm going to use ProtonVPN to connect to the VPN server in the United Kingdom. And after that, I'm going to refresh the page. After refreshing the page, I actually got back to this screen that gives me a geo-restriction message because of course I'm not located in the UK, and even though I have a UK IP address with ProtonVPN, the show still isn't working. So overall, it's pretty clear who is the winner here. It's NordVPN, as it managed to unblock both streaming platforms, with ProtonVPN unblocking just Netflix US but failing to unblock BBC iPlayer. Now it's time to see how fast or slow NordVPN and ProtonVPN really are. I will start off this speed test by showing you my native internet speeds that you can see on the screen. For the first speed test, I will use the server location close to me, which is Bulgaria, and then I will use the US server to test how well VPNs perform when connecting to long-distance servers. Let me begin with NordVPN. With the connection to the Bulgarian server in place, let's revisit the speed test website and initiate the speed test. Now you can see the results on the screen and I must say that I'm impressed with how little my speeds and ping changed. While using the US server, I will go back to the speed test website, initiate the speed test and check out the results. This time we can see a speed reduction but not very big, which makes NordVPN very fast even on long distance servers. I will now move on to ProtonVPN and connect to the VPN server in Bulgaria. Doing so, I will go back to the speed test website, after which I will initiate the speed test. After that, we can see right off the bat that ProtonVPN is a lot slower than NordVPN even on this server close to me. However, I'm connected to the US server with ProtonVPN, and of course, I will go back to the speed test website to reinitiate the speed test. And this last time, ProtonVPN actually shows pretty bad results when compared to NordVPN. I mean, the speed reduction is obvious, with a very high ping and drastically increased download and upload speeds. And bear in mind that during my test, the VPN accelerator in ProtonVPN was turned on all the time. So yeah, it didn't help a lot, I guess. Needless to say, NordVPN wins this round as well, raising the score to 4-1 for NordVPN. In this part of the NordVPN versus ProtonVPN comparison, I will talk about the server networks of both VPNs. If we take a look at NordVPN, we can see that it has more than 5,200 servers in 60 countries, and these are quite impressive numbers. The server distribution is excellent, and NordVPN effectively covers a big portion of the planet. ProtonVPN, on the other hand, has 61 countries on the list, but 3 times less servers, around 1,400. Don't get me wrong, this is still a good number, but when compared to NordVPN that has more than 5,000 servers, I don't think I need to talk too much about servers. NordVPN wins here, making the score 5-1 for NordVPN. Customer support is yet another easy win for NordVPN. ProtonVPN, being a premium VPN, an expensive one at that, strangely doesn't have 24/7 live chat support in place. Instead, the only way to contact the support team is by using this support request. I'm not sure if they work during the weekends, but one time I contacted ProtonVPN on Sunday morning, I got a response the next day, which means that they probably don't work during Saturday and Sunday. And when they work, they're not very fast to respond, as is NordVPN's live chat. Speaking of which, NordVPN's customer support is available 24/7 and you can contact it through this live chat widget. The response is almost instantaneous, and depending on the scope of the issue you have, you can fix it in less than 5 minutes. Of course, NordVPN offers email support as well, and I like the addition of their YouTube channel, with videos being published every day on different VPN and cybersecurity related topics. All in all, I think that NordVPN's customer support service is much better than ProtonVPN's service, mainly because it's available 24/7 and lets you get the required help or answer to your question pretty much immediately. NordVPN wins here. I said it a minute ago. Okay, so in this part of NordVPN versus ProtonVPN battle, let's talk about pricing. I will start off with ProtonVPN because it's more, well, delicate. As you can see, it has 4 variations of subscriptions that last for 1 month, 1 year and 2 years. Just to make it clear, I will examine this Plus subscription because it gives you the best value for the money and pretty much unlocks all the features that ProtonVPN offers. This visionary plan is already really expensive and doesn't give you any bonus VPN related features, so it's irrelevant for this video. On a monthly basis, ProtonVPN's Plus plan will cost you $10, the annual plan is $8 a month or $96 yearly, and the 2-year plan is $6.6 a month or $160 every 2 years. Keep that in mind. Remember the 2-year plan of ProtonVPN I mentioned a second ago? Well, look at NordVPN's 2-year plan now. At the time of making this video, it costs merely $100 every 2 years, and when compared to ProtonVPN's $160, it's a lot cheaper. ProtonVPN is actually very expensive and I don't know why. Sure, it's a good VPN, but as you see now, NordVPN significantly beats it, yet it costs way less. Luckily, both VPNs offer a 30-day money-back guarantee for all plans, so that's a plus, I would say. By the way, I left links to both VPNs in the description below where you can get their cheapest deals along with a 30-day money-back guarantee mentioned. Overall, NordVPN is a lot cheaper and takes this round as well, raising the final score to 7-1 for NordVPN. And now, let's summarize this long NordVPN versus ProtonVPN test and comparison. I hope you didn't fall asleep, because it wasn't an intense battle, as it was the case with ExpressVPN versus NordVPN. If we do the math, the overall score is 7-1 for NordVPN, and this VPN is significantly better than ProtonVPN in pretty much every comparison, except for the applications where ProtonVPN held its ground. It actually held its ground in the security part of the comparison, but NordVPN's security is much stronger and has a much more, let's say, compelling security audit from PricewaterhouseCoopers. Don't get me wrong, ProtonVPN is a great VPN, but because of its expensive price, I don't see myself buying it over NordVPN that costs way less and gives you more for a significantly cheaper price. With everything I said in today's video, you now know which VPN is a better purchase. That is NordVPN. I left links to the cheapest deals on both VPNs below the video, so make sure you check them out if you're interested in getting any of them. Until next time, this was all for today's video. We hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button below, subscribe to our channel and stay with us because many more useful videos like this are coming on a daily basis. See you in the next video. Bye!